So have you ever wondered what happens to the untouched, unsold food at closing time at restaurants, bakeries, and grocery stores? How about the weird or ugly looking fruit and vegetables in farms? Unfortunately, it all goes to waste and it gets thrown away. My name is Lin Huang and I'm co-founder and CEO of Damago. The fact is that 1/3 of all the food produced in this world goes to waste. We don't touch it, we don't eat it. And the value of this wasted food is over $2.5 trillion every single year. Indonesia is the fourth largest country in the world and number 2 when it comes to food waste. There's enough good food wasted to feed over 70 million people every single day. And the value of this food that gets thrown away is over 10 billion a year. Now, a lot of this comes from restaurants, bakeries, and grocery stores who made too much food and they couldn't sell it all at the end of the day and they're forced to throw it away. But also at farms, 30 to 40% of every single agricultural harvest also gets wasted or thrown away just because it looks weird or it's ugly looking, even though there's nothing wrong with it and it's still perfectly good to eat. All of this is perfectly good food that can be sold on our app and be brought back into the market. We created a B2B2C mobile app to solve the problem of unsold food for any food business. So whether you're a restaurant, grocery store, bakery, or even a farm or food manufacturer, we help you get more revenue and more customers. And at the same time, we help you reduce your food waste and your food waste costs. For our app users, just like people like you get 50% off delicious same-day food. What we do is we help the local farmers in Indonesia sell their ugly or weird-looking fruit and vegetables directly to our more than 3,000 restaurant and hotel partners. And in turn, our partners make their menu items with this. And if there's any unsold food at the end of the day, they can upload it right to our app and sell it directly to our B2C users. And everything along this chain is highly discounted, so it's a huge win-win for everybody involved. We're the first mobile app to offer interconnected B2B and B2C solutions for food waste. And we recently just released a new feature where all of our restaurant and hotel partners can manage the ordering of all their fruit and vegetables directly on the app from us. But as an added bonus, not only will they be able to manage the ordering of supplies from us, we'll also give them the ability to manage the ordering of all their supplies across any of their suppliers. So whether they're suppliers of seafood or packaging suppliers or sauce suppliers, there'll be no more messy and multiple WhatsApp groups or text messages, phone calls, or emails, no more missing invoices or not knowing what the previous pricing is. We're replacing all of that headache with one screen on our app, and all of our partners will be able to save time and money. We're currently pilot testing this right now with our big restaurant and hotel partners. So for our business models, anything purchased from the farms from our restaurant partners, we put between 20 to 40% margin on, and anything purchased from restaurants on the B2C side, we keep 15% of every purchase. We're getting ready to pilot test with Indonesia's largest grocery store chain, Alfamidi, and the second largest convenience store chain, Alfamart. We also just signed a strategic investment MOU with one of the largest spring bottled water manufacturers and distributors in central Indonesia. They're called Pelangi. This will give us access to their entire sales and distribution channels, which could potentially lead to over 22,000 new B2B partners. This would obviously help us scale very quickly. We're also part of several government startup portfolios, which will give us access to B2G projects. We're able to get off to a really quick start with partnerships because of the strong network of contacts that my co-founder has in Indonesia. So we just launched this past August, and our revenue has grown pretty quickly because of our B2B business, which now accounts for over 95% of our revenue. Our monthly revenue went from $1,500 in August to over $40,000 this past month. And our customer base continues to grow. Our average B2B orders per week per customer, as well as our average B2B order value, are all continue to grow pretty quickly, which is why we are now focusing more on our B2B side. I'm a Korean American with over 13 years of experience at all levels of the global food industry as an entrepreneur in food processing, manufacturing, import, export, distribution, and I also exclusively imported an American restaurant franchise called the Halal Guys to South Korea. My co-founder Faraz is from Indonesia, lived in Korea for 7 years where we met and co-founded Damago, and he went back to Indonesia earlier last year to kick off our operations on our pilot test over there. And it's because of his really strong network, we got off to a fast start in Indonesia. We currently have a team of 23 people. We're getting ready to close our seed round of $450,000, of which 325 is soft committed from VCs and notable angel investors. We're maxed out operationally and we cannot meet all the demand that we have. So much of these funds will go to the immediate hiring of new team members, which will help support our growth, which should get us to at least $1.5 million of revenue within a year. Now we're getting ready to make really good profits, but we're also making profit for a cause. So I hope everyone can join us in our profitable and impactful journey. Thank you.